get ice cream.
Am I good? Whatever.
We do a countdown. 5.
Yeah, no, you're good. Whatever. I was just fucking with it.
Do we do one go or just one?
Now remember, it's WNBC, okay? WNBC, like that.
All right, fuck it, I'm starting. Hey guys, welcome back to the Nerd Tube Movie Podcast.
Big vomit.
I'm back because I've been gone. I've been gone for a minute.
We have actually
I'm
already
here.
had some controversy because there is the restraining order. And their boxes are right next to each other, so there was a bit of a kerfuffle before the show. Lewis threatened legal action, so we'll try to figure it out next week.
Can you edit it so our boxes start to drift apart? Is that too much trouble?
Just in the center will just be like a piece of yellow tape.
So we are reviewing a movie we've been wanting to review for quite a while.
Yeah.
Both of them, probably. So Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And this one's going to be a bit of a deep dive since it's technically the same movie. So
in a lot of ways, when you really watch them, like I watched them back to back, they tried their best to pull a lot of what the original into it, but you know, the one, yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, so I guess we're not going to do the standard review where we review one and the other. We're kind of just going to go back and forth, but I just wanted to kind of introduce the movie. So obviously both of these films are an adaptation of the short story by, is it Roald Dahl? Is the D silent?
You muted.
I always thought it was Roald Dahl, but
Roald Dahl.
I don't know. I might be wrong.
He was a anti-Semitic children's writer who's known for James and the Giant Peach. He did Charlie and Chocolate Factory, Matilda, The Witches, Fantastic Mr. Fox, the BFG.
He's a wonderful writer. Hated
Alfred
the Jews,
Hitchcock.
but a wonderful writer.
The writer.
Yeah. His estate is very against a lot of his opinions in his day, but very well known. And
meanwhile, we're banning fucking Cat in the Hat, and like this, you know what I mean? Like
even Fantastic Mr. Fox was another one of his.
Dr. Seuss is like, raw, did I get a raw shake? Fuck.
I will die on the hill that the Cat in the Hat and the Grinch movie are both fantastic movies, and I don't care what anyone says about them.
You dirty hoe.
So in 1971, there was the adaptation of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and in 2005, the adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
The year of our Lord, 2005.
So, Willy Wonka, that was directed by Mel Stewart. Obviously, you have Gene Wilder. The weird thing about this movie is it's very beloved. I would say it's a cult classic. Mm-hmm. This movie fucking bombed. Budget was $3 million, box office $4.5 million. You jump over to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, who's directed by Tim Burton, which we'll discuss him later. Budget for this $150 million, box office $475 million, which is technically a success because you want a little more than double what the budget is for marketing and all that.
So my question, right, is did they pay the little dude more than just one roll's worth of like if they made profit on that movie, he plays like 3,000 characters.
Yeah, he should have had multiple paychecks coming in for each one. What was it? What was the one named the receptionist that he had? I can't remember.
Oh,
Dolores,
something like that.
Do you think he got the job knowing they were going to use him multiple times, or to try to get the job, he just showed up in a different costume? I mean, like, no, I'm related to that guy. And they're like, we'll take them all.
Right. That was a big family, huh? We can use them. That's one of the weakest parts of the remake, in my opinion, is the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
The songs are shit. It's all CGI, and it's like it's not the dude's fault. He's funny. It's just
there was only one song.
Yeah, really, it all kind of had the same beat, didn't it?
The only song I really liked was the rock one, because that one actually
was funny.
It got into a rhythm, and it got into something, and it took
Yeah, but it
off.
was a rock song with no guitars. There's no fucking guitars in the song. It made no sense. It was just the imagery was the thing that I actually kind of found funny on it.
Well, and I just want to point out before we get into it. So me and Matt both have, I would say, vivid memories of this movie.
They haunt me.
Of Charlie.
Well, no,
Really?
Matt has told the story
Oh.
before of you knowing when the commercial would come up because you had watched it so many times.
Right
on
after
TV.
he
Yeah.
drinks his juice, and commercial.
So for me, I love the first one. It's very important to me. But the second movie, I have, it's kind of in there with my memory because when my wife and I first started dating, she had lied to me and told me that she loved movies. And then I started hanging out with her, and Matt's done this with his wife Jen too, where it's like, you haven't seen this movie, you haven't seen, and after me naming like 10 movies, it's like, you don't love movies. You've never seen any. But anyways, she had a DVD binder, and she lived in a dorm, and one of the movies she had in there was not scratched to shit, was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the remake. So every time I'd go over there, like, I'd end up watching that movie. So I've seen the remake so many times. I don't think it's perfect, but for nostalgia's sake, it's just like in my mind.
You sound much more patient,
Ouch.
like with the whole process. Like, I go directly to like Andrew Dice Clay. I was like, you haven't seen fucking Spaceballs. Like, it's just like, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm over, like, when we go over to her parents' house, and I'm like, hey, she hasn't fucking seen Spaceballs. It's your fault. Like, yelling at her dad. I was bad. Like,
Tell my
and,
wife
like,
she grew up in a box. She grew up in a fucking box growing
the
up.
problem is my taste, like, I understand are kind of, like, all over the place, so it's like, there's certain movies I understand, like, I think at one point I was like, what the, you haven't seen Breakdown with Kurt Russell? And, like, I understand that one, but there's certain movies where it's like, you really fucking haven't seen that? Like, really?
Well, so I have to remember that my wife is a country kid. They didn't live near a blockbuster, so like she didn't have me and Matt's childhood where like we found the movies we weren't supposed to see when we were young, and then we seeked out just everything.
Yeah.
Whereas them, they got whatever her fucking mom would buy, and they would just watch that.
Another Dolly
Do you-
Parton movie. Yay.
Do you and Giovanni remember Sam's video down on Damon and Roscoe?
I do.
No, not
That's
really.
where Guyver first got its introduction to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Grandpa would always go there for you guys, and he'd rent the same fucking movie from that guy for $3.50 every fucking week, and he would bring it home for you guys to watch over and over and over.
I have the Blu-ray now.
So do I. Thank you.
So, yeah. So obviously we're gonna jump back and forth. I think the first thing we should talk about, because it's glaringly obvious, is the difference between Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka and Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Okay, so
The bowl haircut first.
how do I do it gently, right? In my opinion, the difference is one of them is a childlike, perhaps on the spectrum, and then the other one is literally an adult who you can see the rage inside, which comes out later in the movie, where like
Bitter.
like every time he's like, no, don't stop, come back, he's literally in his head like, fuck you, you little piece of shit. Like, that's the difference, is you have a very socially awkward Johnny Depp Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that's almost childlike in some of his mannerisms, and in the original you have a angry man who all he wanted to do was make fucking candy, and these pieces of shit sent in spies to the point where he had to go to Loompa fucking land to get workers. He's tired, he wants to be done, so he's like, I'm gonna give these 5 kids a chance, and if they don't, do it, I'm gonna fucking drown myself in the waterfall. Like, he's just kind of like, I've had it with the Chocolate Factory business.
Yeah, I always took it too as like he I don't know, maybe he's cold and bitter because like he tried to chase the American dream of what he wanted to do, and then realized the work that he had to put into it, and eventually was just like, ah, fuck it, just let it fucking burn.
But it does leave material open, and this is why them doing a prequel movie is a little disappointing because you know they won't go this route. But it's almost like he's done it before. It's almost like in secret he's had groups of kids come in, and it just fucking was disaster. And he's just
Didn't make it out.
yeah, like the way he acts is like he starts
He
off
was
with
expecting them to die.
yeah, like he starts off with enthusiasm, and then as soon as Fat Boy goes into the fucking river, he just is like, "Ah, fuck again." Like he's just there's that kind of
Nothing be
idea.
touched by human hands.
But do you think he like secretly gets off on that? Like he's just looking away
Well,
and smiling.
And that's where the remake is a little bit trickier with its nuance because there is specifically in the Veruca Salt scene. There's several angles where Johnny Depp's Wonka's kind of looking down upon it, almost like he planned it. Like, including after the squirrels take her and he opens the gate finally for the father. The look he gives the father.
He's already in there, yeah.
Yeah, like, you're dead too. Like, there's a case to be made that the remake Johnny Depp Willy Wonka is a much more evil fucking character.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's a little more on the psycho end of the things where Gene Wilder was like, I'm tired of this shit. I've already told them not to do it, and they did it anyway.
Well, not only that, but Gene Wilder sings. Like his character's not all that dark, really. But John, there's no. The only music is the terrible Oompa Loompa songs. There's no singing in it from anybody else. So you just get this cold, just awkward. You know, like I said, some scenes it's almost like he's just not there. He's got the weird facial expressions, and on top of it, all of the characters are airbrushed. They look like Santa Claus from Santa Claus 3. Like I didn't understand that at all. I'm like, what
when he's a doll.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
They all did they not look like that?
Yeah.
So the old people, the really old people, did not.
No,
But everyone else had like this sheen.
Neither did Veruca Salt or Veruca Salt's dad. He had wrinkles too.
Yeah.
Everybody else had fucking like Professor X from X-Men 3 airbrush face. Like it was terrible.
So
I will say,
oh, good.
I will say it's weird that we point out the Wonkas because there's also a dynamic in the Charlies as well. Like the original Charlie in the first one, super depressing. He's like, my life is fucked.
Yeah, he's already in midlife crisis mode at age 11.
He's stuck in a turtleneck, so that starts it off right there.
Well,
Charlie in the second one is like, yeah, he's poor, but he's like, we'll get by.
Yeah.
We'll get by.
Well, see,
we have each other.
But
also,
like, holy shit.
the first one, he actually was trying to support the family. The second one, he was just like, I found $1 on the street.
No, in the first one he finds the coin too.
Yeah.
So
he finds it in the
second
drain.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I'm saying like the first Charlie, he
With his paper money?
with a paper route.
Yeah.
And he's good at it too. Like you can see him delivering that shit in perfect spots, even though they probably weren't expecting it there, like in the laundry basket or.
Well, it's like, and then you go and like it's late at night. You go to your mom's job, which is she cleans clothes, and all she has for you is a weak ass Cheer Up Charlie song. Like, you got to imagine he walks.
And she makes you work.
Yeah, and like and he's walking away like. Man, fuck! Don't fucking tell me to cheer up. Stop singing, you fucking bitch! I hate my life. Like he's doing that like angry kid walk where he's like, I fucking kill myself right now. I don't fucking care. You know,
there's a point in the movie where like he gets his first Wonka candy and he opens it and he's like, I got it, and then he turns around. He's like, what the fuck's wrong?
Yeah.
Of course I don't got it. We're poor.
Yeah. What do you think? He basically is like, we're pieces of shit. We don't get good stuff.
He goes, I thought if I lied to you, you guys would be happy.
And then the scene where like the last golden ticket is found, and they're like, let's not wake him, let him have one more dream, and he's just like got puddles coming out of his eyes.
Yeah.
Like they waterboarded his ass right before they filmed it.
So you were saying that I totally forgot in the first one the dad's dead, right?
Yes.
No dad.
Not really spoken about at all.
They said that his dad's dead.
In the second one, his dad is clearly alive. He works at the toothpaste factory. He steals from his job to give Charlie these little things to make his ghetto toy. And And so there's a scene.
The poor
where,
kid just wants to make things out of fucking fucked up toothpaste caps. You're calling him ghetto. You piece of shit.
It is
He's being creative. He's challenging.
This poor kid's got nothing. He doesn't even have fucking toothpicks, and you're all like, his piece of shit father is stealing deformed toothpaste caps so that little bastard could make his castles.
And he has a hole in the roof in the wintertime that he can see the stars with.
Yeah, you know, when the snow touches his face.
I'm thinking about the American business. I don't know how many cents that cap cost, but it was not fucking free.
They could have remelted the plastic and remolded it, goddammit. He's a thief.
So, I guess.
So, and not only that, but then there's the scene where his dad loses his job, but they kind of keep it from Charlie. And the mom has a line of like, "Oh, we'll get by." And in my head, I'm like, is the mom like a hooker or something? Because she can't stay home all day with them. And another thing is the fucking, like, how does that house not smell like feet?
Well, not only that, but like wet, rotting wood too. Like that doesn't smell good. You're not like they live like earthworms.
And constant cabbage fucking.
Oh god, it just smells like fart and fucking old death.
Like the grim corned beef. The grim is corned beef and fucking cabbage.
No. The Grim Reaper literally has a tent outside their home. He's just like, anytime you fucks, I'm here.
Did you notice that they were harvesting cabbage in the fucking snow?
Yeah.
I did like the scenery in the remake. It's got a very distinct Tim Burton style to it, which is kind of cool.
It was very colorful, like visually.
Not as colorful as the original.
Yeah.
No, the original was super colorful.
Yeah, for
the
that
4K
part, but I'm talking about
transfer of the original looks.
It's pretty good.
It was nice, and I do like that there are certain parts in the remake that Tim Burton does a very good job at paying respects to the original. Like that first scene, that first chocolate room, like they nailed that.
Speaking of the chocolate room, did you know that in the original Willy Wonka, when they filmed the kids' expression, that's the very first time they saw the fucking room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
that was their first time seeing it, so their reaction is legit.
But dude, I don't know, man. Like, and that's where I think I kind of disagree with you. And not that they didn't nail the look of it, but the entire fucking thing being CGI, dude. Like, the original movie is a giant fucking warehouse where they built the entire room, the waterfall they built, and it's like you watch the new one, and it's just there's just something in that scene that is not kosher because it's just fake.
I think that comes from us growing up on the golden age of movies.
Well,
we're used to practical effects. I love practical
effects. I was also upset. Like, I watched them back to back, like I said, and it was like you watch and I watched the remake first, and you watch the remake, and the whole chocolate scene in the beginning's all digital, and then you watch the original, and it's like beautiful, real flowing chocolate, and showing you actually some of the process, and it's like there's just something not as awesome about CG version versus the practical.
The opening with Charlie, that's a CG hand, right? Putting the tickets in.
Yeah.
That whole shit, that looked really bad to me.
I mean, it is 05 though, so it's hard to judge a CG on that scale.
Early 2000s, but I feel like a movie like this, you can't, because it was early 2000s. They would have never done half and half. I feel like they would have went all in, either practical or CG.
$150 million budget. I mean, imagine the sets for in 05 what $150 million going to do if you would have taken that money and put it less into the CGI and more into building a practical set piece. Even if you used a lot of CGI, I find the fact that they didn't build a real set kind of stupid, considering in 1971 they built a real fucking set.
With $3 million.
With $3 million budget, and it looked awesome. Like, to me, the CGI it's too much, and I think that was part of
it. They actually hired the Oompa Loompas to build the set. That's why.
Took 3 years. A lot of ladders they had to use.
It wasn't the same Oompa Loompa.
They were just building scaffolding half the time.
So, and I guess that's the Oompa Loompa in the room is on the subject of the Oompa Loompas. So my problem with one big problem I have with the remake, which I don't like calling it a remake. I don't like the way the term remake is used, I think the Evil Dead, the second one Sam Raimi did, I believe that's a real remake. It's the same director, it's the same cast, it's his redone vision of what he wanted. I don't like. I don't know. I don't view these
reimagining
movies.
would be a better.
Yeah, I would use reimagine. Like the new Pet Cemetery, people are like, oh, the first one's better. It's not the same fucking movie. I mean, you can call it a remake, but essentially it's not.
That goes like Terminator movies have the same problem.
Yeah.
Like no matter what they do, you're never going to recapture Terminator 2's feel. You're never going to recapture Terminator 1's feel.
Yeah, but my problem with both of these or the second movie rather, is that it tries to do two things that it should have stuck to one if they wanted to be different. Trying to give Wonka a backstory. If you would have done that without giving the Oompa Loompas a sort of backstory,
Exactly.
and leave one, because the first movie, the best thing about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the mystery of why Wonka is the way he is, and the Oompa Loompas. You don't really know, like it's just like this magic.
You never see him in the element, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And in the second one, if you were to give me maybe one of those and not both, so there's still something that's like kind of ethereal, like, oh, so Wonka's a weird dude because of his upbringing, but the Oompa Loompas are still, we don't know,
and that's it. And the other thing about the Oompa Loompas is it's like when you use real dwarf actors, it gives the line much more credibility when he goes, of course they're real people, but then in the in the remake they're 1.5 feet tall. How are they real people?
Looking,
yeah, it's
unrealistic. Female or male.
So it's like and I understand it's a fantasy movie, but in the idea of like the first one at least were kind of like you didn't have to be like, oh, what the fuck just scurried past me? Like they're tiny in the remake, and I didn't like that at all.
He's tugging on his skirt to
go. Like they're they're little miniature dolls. It's weird.
So actually, if you catch in a couple scenes, the scaling on them gets really weird.
Yeah,
sometimes they're really small, sometimes they're
the one scene. I don't think it might have been the Veruca Salt scene where they're kneeling before her father as he's walking towards the chute, and it's just you see the ground isn't quite even to where their feet are because it's there are definite issues of doing that, and like I don't know if it was cheaper or quicker. Like the poor guy had to learn a lot of choreography, but then they just mimic the same shit from him over and over.
It also shows in Violet when the mom comes to push it, they're a little bit taller when they're pushing Violet.
Yeah.
The remake, well, this Charlie in the Chocolate Factory really messes up in the TV scene because there's a point where instead of leaning down, he just bends over.
Yeah.
He just Wonka just bends over, and you're like, how the fuck did he get that big?
Yeah.
Like, and he's talking to one of them, and you're like, what?
I will say the call, the way they communicate with where Wonka does in the Charlie, where he's like, oh, like that made me laugh. Like I was like, what the fuck? That was a much funnier way than the whistle.
Yeah,
I like the whistle. It reminds me so much of people vaping.
The problem is the whistle really, really makes them seem like slaves. Like, come to my bidding.
But I feel like there are some. If you go away from the way the Oompa Loompas look, the interactions between Willy Wonka from the first with them is much better. Like again in the TV scene where the Oompa Loompas like. He pulls him back down, and Wonka's like, "No, you won't be held responsible."
Yeah, you won't be held responsible. Yeah. Like he actually cares for him. Like, and the other thing is the Oompa Loompas in the real one. Like, there's something comforting about like you see them, and they literally are like, "Creaming and sugaring's done. Smoke break." Like they, like they all have that look like they're gonna be in the back of the warehouse, fucking puffing off until they gotta do the next batch. You know what I mean?
Oh man!
Like it was the '70s. They're all Marlboro people.
I guess, I mean, other than their iconic look, I prefer them in the original because since their faces are different, like they feel like real workers. Where in this other one, I don't know. I like the guy. The I was gonna say
he didn't do a bad job. Like he did everything he could, especially considering like he's not a young dude. Like so like I don't blame him at all. I just blame the choice to use the same person for every Oompa Loompa
Yeah.
in general is a bad decision.
It was bad. And for what they paid, they could have gotten a couple of people in there. Like, I'm pretty sure the first movie had the same, maybe 10 or 12 people.
Well,
And then
I mean, more than likely, yeah. You never saw that but that was the other thing is you
Yeah.
never in the original you didn't see a giant congregation of them either. Like in this
That's
movie,
true.
you see thousands of them in the original.
But you did notice difference. You can actually see men and women difference in
I do also
the
like
Oompa Loompas.
yeah in the original. I do also like the some of the lines they reuse. Like in the original, it's Mike TV's mom. I, sir, am a teacher of geography, and then his dad is, I teach high school geography. And then the difference in reactions where, like, in Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder, it's just a dismissive, like, then you know all about it. And just keeps steamrolling. And in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, he's much more, then you know how bad it is. Shut the fuck up. Like, he's got that, like kind of attitude about him. Which both, I do like both takes, frankly.
He keeps telling Mr. TV or the little TV that like
Mumbler!
Keep mumbling.
Mumbler!
I love that. That
That's
was
why,
probably the best thing in the remake.
Yeah, it is one of the best
Actually,
lines.
Shouldn't mumble.
I do like that. I mean, they introduce Wonka's dad, which is fine. I love that it's Christopher Lee, though.
Yes.
I fucking love that it's Christopher Lee.
I was waiting for him to break out a guitar.
But and we were kind of talking about the differences in Charlie. There is a definite, like, Charlie in the remake is just a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And Charlie in the original is like cutting himself in the bathroom. Like he's just like, fuck life, man.
Like his parents are like, we have each other, and in the original Charlie is like, I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah, literally in the remake it's like, we love each other, we love you, and the original's over here like, yeah, you love each other, go fuck yourself, suck my, like he's just an ass. He hates life.
His grandpa's the only one that's kind of like on his side, but he's not really there. He's taking money to buy tobacco or whatever.
Yeah, well, there's that one part where he's like, a little boy has to have a dream about something, and it's like, if the only dream he has is to try to win a contest revolving around chocolate, you've already failed.
The mom was never very what's that word I'm trying to find?
Dude, she's checked out. She's doing opiates or something in the background. She's fucking gone.
She's not encouraging. She's not encouraging at all to him.
Oh,
She's
Charlie.
just like don't fill him with false hope. Like that's how she is. Like don't fill him up with
That
false
almost
hope.
makes me think like in the first one, like the movie could be like a fucked up fever dream for Charlie, where it's just none of it's fucking real.
There is
at
the-
the end, he
hates
just
his
wakes
life.
up.
There's the one scene when he comes in when he has the loaf of bread, and the whole reason it works is because he's like, I got this. But it starts off where he's like a drunk, abusive husband, where he's like, fucking cabbage soup again, I'm tired of this shit. Like, he goes completely dice for a second, and he's like, but I got bread. And it's like, oh, okay, Charlie.
It makes me think you can recut the first one in that, like, the whole thing's like Charlie hates his life. The whole movie happens, turns out to be a dream. He wakes up and the kid just fucking kills himself.
Or it turns into Identity.
Oh yeah. You could totally
I
do
was
that.
I was in a candy factory.
Strapped in a chair.
I need to go back to the candy factory. I got my golden ticket. And it's the fat guy with the shifty eyes.
So
He's
the
strapped in
other
a chair.
the other thing I was thinking about, which I wanted to ask you guys, is how in both movies, Willy Wonka, not only is he like a fucking sociopath in both of them technically, but his plan makes no sense because the logistics of transferring an entire company to a kid.
To a child.
I mean, what happens when that kid has to pay taxes?
Well, see, I think the concept, and I think this is where the sequel fleshes it out a little bit more, because the sequel does show you that he doesn't control everything right now, but he's helping Wonka with his ideas, and when he's of age type thing, he'll own everything. I think that's the whole thing, is it's until Charlie can handle everything, Wonka's there, and it's a collaborative, because at the end, when it's like, no talking business at the table, boys, it clearly shows that they're talking about flavors. So, like, the first one's basically just like Gene Wilder's like, peace! You got the whole fucking thing to yourself.
Not
It's
only
yours.
that, if you notice the Gene Wilder, so like, Gene Wilder looks at Charlie, like he looks at him and he's like, I can't have an adult do it because an adult wants to do what he wants to do. I had to pick a kid because you'll do what I want to do, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
And it's
So-
almost
so
like a
flash
90s
forward-
a 90s horror movie where he's like, I'm going into your body now, Charlie. You know, it's like that sort of fucking thing.
So the end of the first one, I was telling Shay, it makes me think of Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares, where he like redoes the restaurant. them.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's
Oh no,
Hell's
you're talking about Kitchen
Yeah,
Nightmares.
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah.
And then there's a 6 months later checking back in on Charlie's Chocolate Factory, closed down 5 months after renovation. Like,
Or like it's like
Pay
they
the taxes or something.
they do an interview and Charlie's just like, I don't know any new flavors, and these fucking Oompa Loompas, all they do is they just fucking smoke cigarettes and take shits, and I don't like Wonka just fucking bailed. He just fucking literally his shit was already packed. Like he's just losing his fucking
Everything
mind.
is orange. Everything is orange.
I don't get it. Why are they orange? I've seen them in their barracks. They're not orange. Why are they always orange when they're working?
that's the thing, is if you take all the music out of the first movie, like it's literally Gene Wilder's a piece of shit. He pulls the ripcord and he's like goodbye, and just
He does.
fucking this kid's gonna run it into the ground.
Yeah,
the first one is more of a musical, but yeah,
Yes.
if you take the music out,
Yeah.
it's kind of a fucked up movie.
Well, even in some of the songs where like when they first enter the where the waterfall is, and he's like assaults the kid by pulling his hair out. You know, he's just like fuck your hair. Like, you know, he's like, it's like what are you doing? He just trolls people. He invited him in. He expects them to die one by one. So he's just like, I'm just gonna fucking fuck with them.
Well, so you said that earlier, and I was thinking maybe the reason he's such a dick and he's so bitter is because, like you said, he's done this before and it went wrong.
He's tried.
So
yeah.
he's been sued so many times that he's just trying to do a successful one.
Like he's basically like, hey, come on my boat, fuckers. Doesn't tell him anything, and he just wigs out at that point. Like there's like the first Willy Wonka is very much a dark dude who like you picture like there's innocence to Johnny Depp's. He's lonely. He's socially awkward. He grew up on his own because his dad literally took the
ran
entire
away.
house.
He ran away.
He ran away for like 4
disappeared.
hours, and the guy moved the house somehow. And that's because he's
while Johnny Depp toured the world in a fucking museum.
well,
He
it's
moved
because
the house to the middle of nowhere.
you know how he did it, right? Because he's the wizard from Lord of the
Saruman.
Yeah, Saruman. There you go.
He's Saruman.
But like, and that's the thing is, it's like it's just a weird concept, and like you understand why Johnny Depp is a little weird and he's the way he is. You don't understand, like you could literally assume anything. Like Willy Wonka in the Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka has had 3 divorces, no kids. He's got a heroin addiction. Like anything can be assumed because they give you nothing. Like literally, he was afraid of spies and he closed the fucker up and never left. Like what has he been doing for 10 years?
See, but I still think they're both terrifying in different ways. Like
yeah.
Gene Wilder is almost like a Ted Bundy. Like he's cunning, he knows what he's doing, and
He
Johnny
gets
Depp's
with people that like him.
Johnny Depp's more like a Dahmer. Like he just goes uncontrollable. He's unpredictable.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, you could look at it like, what if the concept is the original didn't take the Oompa Loompas to save him. He brought them to his factory to hunt them because he was bored. And he found out they were exceptional workers. You could take it in a lot of fucking directions.
So, have any of you guys seen the movie Snowpiercer?
Yeah,
The movie, no.
yeah.
So you can find a bunch of YouTube videos on it, but there's a bunch of dark theories that Snowpiercer is a sequel to Willy Wonka, because in Snowpiercer, there's a guy who runs this train that has everything you need on it.
Protein bars are delicious.
And the character's said to be like it's alluded that he's Charlie. And he says lines in the movie where he's like, yeah, all the people who used to run the train for me are now extinct, meaning possibly the Oompa Loompas. Like, there's a bunch of really cool videos you can find on it. And if you watch it thinking about that theory, you're like, this is a fucked up movie. This is definitely a sequel.
I've seen parts of I've seen like the first season of the TV show, which is fucking crazy.
Oh no, watch the movie.
The
Way
TV
better.
show's kind of crazy.
Movie's
though.
better than the show.
Yeah.
One of the weird things that isn't really talked about much, and we were kind of talking off air about it, is the concept of the spies. And like in the remake, it's very innocent to the point of like, well, they're trying to spy my chocolate creations, but in the original, it's very much a Cold War byproduct, to where that shit was going on in real life in the government with the Russian intelligence and whatnot. So Willy's Wonka's paranoia kind of can fuel the idea that, did he work for the government at any point? Is he, is that where he's been for 10 years?
Creating shit for the government?
Like what was...
on the hush?
What candies did he come out with that would have made or break him in this period? What was the last thing he did? Scrumdiddlyumptious? So it's that's the remake. Willy Wonka spreads the COVIDs. The whole thing is, it starts there. He's trying to make like an everlasting gobstopper, and one of it, the kids eats it and gets infected, and then that's where Snowpiercer comes in.
So I did.
It's from the gum.
So the writer of the original book's Dahl. So apparently he disowned the first film.
He's an idiot.
He didn't want Gene Wilder as Wonka.
Idiot.
And he didn't want the movie to focus more on Wonka. He wanted it to be more on Charlie.
Well, that's because the book is. If you remember the book, Willy Wonka is much more of a side character, and he's front and center in both of these movies, in my opinion. One of the jokes he makes is about cannibalism. Cannibalism is frowned upon in most areas, and it's like most.
I'm edible too.
Augustus Gloop, and I'm reading my notes because I took a bunch. Augustus Gloop in the remake, when he's eating, the soundtrack makes him like he's King Kong or a monster.
It's gross. Yeah.
It portrays him as just like a piece of shit.
Isn't he though? I mean, like, Jesus Christ, he fucking ate. He's part of the ticket.
He's a fat little asshole. Yeah. Like I said, the Candyman in the beginning of Willy Wonka is definitely Quagmire come to life. Like he's the Candyman so he can have sex with all the single mothers in my remake.
Oh, in the first one?
Yeah, the first one. He looks just like a real life Quagmire.
He's creepy. Yeah, he's really creepy.
I did see some other characters they were looking at for the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to play Wonka. So they were looking. So Nicolas Cage, obviously.
I'd have dug it.
That would have been good.
You see this peach? You could eat this peach.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, that would have been good too. He would have played a good Wonka.
but there would have been so much ad-libbing that he would have went off the rails. And
Alex's favorite, the Sandman, Adam Sandler.
Everything's edible.
So two people that potentially got the job that I think actually would have been interesting to see, Michael Keaton and Bill Murray.
Okay.
Oh.
Bill Murray.
I could see Bill Murray as
Bill Murray,
as Wonka.
but Bill Murray would have had to play a much more Gene Wilder-esque Willy Wonka, though.
Yeah, and there would have been a lot more ad-libbing with him as well.
I mean, hell, if it would have been made 10 years later, he would have been a great fucking Willy Wonka as is at that time.
I still think in both movies, though, Grandpa Joe is kind of a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, the motherfucker, like, I still want to know. How did he get the chocolate bar? The little shit gives him tobacco money, and he's like, here, I hope you die of cancer. And the asshole goes and buys it. How does he get the, like, did he leave? Like, when the old people took their medicine and fell asleep, he was like, I go get this fucking chocolate bar. I got a Candyman on the line. And he went and got it?
Well, the Grandpa Joe in the second one got up a lot faster than the Grandpa Joe in the first one.
Yeah, this motherfucker was making them wait hand and foot on him, and he can walk and he could do dishes. He can go get a fucking job.
Like, by the way, the motherfucker they've been in the bed for 10 years, right? In the original, when he goes up into the fucking fizzy lifting tank, he could have been paralyzed. Like, you can't go from sedimentary not moving to all your body weight loosening. Like, he's lucky he didn't break his fucking back floating.
The Grandpa Joe from the first one, I think, was definitely worse than the second one.
You think so?
Like,
I think he was a little better actor, though.
He lied about getting up, because he clearly left the fucking place to get the chocolate bar, for one. Two, he's telling him, oh, let the kid dream, let the kid... So, but when Charlie comes back with the ticket, he's like, stop fucking joking with us. It's a fake fucking ticket. What's wrong with you? And then, like, when he gets the ticket and he realizes it's real and he gets up off the chair, his whole song is like, I got a golden ticket. Oh, wait, Charlie, we got a golden ticket.
But
I got a golden ticket.
You also get the feeling that Grandpa Joe in the original has murdered German soldiers with a bayonet. Like,
Oh.
literally, when he stands up to Wonka, he's just like, "You're an inhuman," like he's having PTSD flashbacks of him stabbing fucking a Nazi in the chest over and over. Like, he's definitely a kind of a rough shit.
Were you getting that from his facial expressions?
I mean, when it was made, how old he is,
No, well,
like literally, you
why-
put him there with like a flag and like war sounds behind him.
But the reason why I ask is because he was actually partially blind, and they had to use a red light to make him look to see where they're filming, and he had to focus on the red light that was
Do you
moving
think
around.
they fucked around with him and just made him look like the total
He's like running around the room like a cat.
He was actually in the war, and I guess there was some kind of grenade that went off that fucked up his eyesight.
That's fucking crazy.
Man, Grandpa Joe in the first movie is a piece of shit. How many times do you think he snuck out of the house
Okay.
to get a piece of ass?
What his wife?
Thanks for the tobacco money, Charlie. I'm gonna go fuck a whore.
I'm gonna do something else.
Tell your mom I'll be back when I want. But I mean, to make the fair case for Grandpa Joe in the original, when they open the bar and there's no ticket, he gives a hug to Charlie. He comes to Charlie's defense against the family and Wonka himself.
Yep. And he
he-
goes to stand up against Walker. Yeah.
You know, so like, out of the entire family, he seems to give the most shit about the kid. You know, he's telling him he's got to have a dream about something. He's like basically starting to have another flashback where he's gonna be like, "I killed fucking Nazis, you bitch! Don't tell me I can't buy him a chocolate bar." You know, like he's always almost there. Like you imagine he's had arguments with the mother, where he's just like, "Go sell your ass, bitch, so the kid doesn't have to buy bread with his paper money." Like, you know, he's just losing his shit when you don't see him.
Well, and then in the second movie, you have Grandpa Joe who like doesn't let anyone else volunteer to go with Charlie. That could have been a fucking father-dad experience.
Almost like there was a
Oh, yeah.
romantic kind of thing he had with Wonka. Like there's a weird like,
Yeah. Well, the way Wonka placed the egg in his mouth.
yeah, I mean, you know what I mean?
brought the
Like
fucking-
there's definitely a weird connection there.
Chocolate
That's
bird.
There is sexual tension. That is correct.
like Grandpa Joe sees him and Charlie's like, "Stop poking me." Like it's just weird. You know what I mean? Sorry, Charlie. Grandpa's standing a bit too close. I
Mr.
guess.
Wonka, we don't have enough chocolate bird.
He just
As
looks
you-
down. He looks down at it. He's like, "To be fair, it hasn't happened in a fucking decade. I didn't assume."
In classic nerditude fashion, we are ruining both of these movies for me.
Even Charlie, like Johnny Depp's looking at him like,
To Anthony's point, though, the first movie, I think, was so partially so. Spoiler alert: I'm leaning towards the first movie. It's definitely a better film, but I feel that's because there's more mystery in it. You don't know much about Wonka. You don't know much about the Oompa Loompas, and by the end of the movie, you still don't. And I feel like in Charlie, they explain too much.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that like feels better about the original's ending, where you can just assume they all died instead of seeing them like walk out and all fucked up?
When we were rewatching that
Yeah.
movie, at the end of the movie, my wife is like, "Oh, what about the kid?"
They're all
And I'm
fucking
like,
dead. The furnace was on. The
I don't know.
bitch is cooked. So was her ham father.
Didn't you see Gene Wilder's reaction to everything? They're
And
dead.
then when
He's
the
just like
elevator goes
lawsuit.
flying away and the credits roll. She's like, "That's it? Well, where'd they go? I don't know.
They're
It's
fucking
left
dead."
open for you to-
It was in the fine
Think
print. We
about
didn't
it.
get to see
Like,
it.
here's another
It's in the fine
concept.
print.
He planned all their deaths, and that's why he's Wonka elevating it out of there so he can get the fuck out of there before the cops show up. He's just like, no, they're in a wood chipper downstairs. The Oompa Loompas took care of that.
There's one more button that he didn't push. It explodes everything.
It's the suicide button. I've
man,
pressed
I-
all of them except one, Charlie. You want to die?
I have
Ah!
to look it up, but do you think the reason the first movie didn't do so well because it like I love Gene Wilder's performance in it, but do you think it came off as a little weirdly tone deaf that the first movie was trying to be like this upbeat musical, and every time you get to Gene Wilder, he's like basically like, "I want to fucking die."
He
Like,
sings one song. Galoop goes in the river, and he goes, "Fuck this shit. Get on the boat!" And then he loses his shit.
Did anybody notice at the end of the movie though, like there was like tears in his eyes in a way when he hugs Charlie?
Yeah, because he's gonna get away with murder. I'm out of here, Charlie. I got this glass elevator. You fucking... Hey, it was him running it the whole
but-
time. The paperwork's already signed, officer.
But did you notice that though? Like when he tells him like Charlie, he got it. Like he's like, you got it, and he gives him a hug. There's like tears in his eyes.
You know what?
See,
You know what I
even-
would have liked to have had, where I thought Tim Burton could have done something, is rather than making it about the father, make it about a dead wife. For like the factory was something they shared, and that he built it for her, and the flavors initially came from her and them working together, and then when she died, he closed
Her
everything.
flavors.
Yeah, I was
Well,
about to say
I
that.
mean-
You thinking about the flavors coming from her?
Like her juices? Like what are we talking?
What are you talking about? Did he squeeze her?
It was a different factory and a different Oompa Loompa.
I remember, even watching the first one, being younger, like just Gene Wilder's performance was so iconic, but also like his being bitter like stuck with me when I watched that movie because in my head, even a lot younger, I always thought like Charlie's gonna take over this factory, and like it's a circle. Eventually, he's gonna be bitter like Gene Wilder. Like it's gonna be a snake eating its tail.
Well, see, and that's where I still don't fully understand his office and why everything's half. Like, what is? I don't know if it's. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, I don't know if it's his entire life has been looking for the missing piece to it, and Charlie's the missing piece, or he's just half a man and all he has is the chocolate factory, or he's tired of living just for the chocolate factory, and this is all he has to show for it.
Once you make it through life, you're halfway there, and now you're on the other half falling down. You
I mean,
You know
but
what I
that's
mean?
the thing is they don't really, and like he's clearly angry. He snaps. I mean, well, I guess that's answered though, because when he snaps and then it's revealed it's all a test, you could just say him snapping was part of the test. Like it was all him just judging the reaction. He wanted to show the kid what ugly could be to see what the kid's reaction to ugly was.
To that point of his behavior through the whole movie, what he tells Charlie at the end in that elevator really, like, to me made no sense, where he's like, you know what they say about the man who
He
got everything he ever wanted.
after.
He's like, oh, well, he lived happily ever after. Like, you're the richest candy person on the planet.
And you're miserable.
You have all the money.
But that just shows you, even with all of everything he has, it wasn't what he wanted.
Which is true. That's why, like, it makes no sense what you told Charlie.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
now maybe looking out at Charlie, he's probably like, this kid's poor. Like, I'm giving him everything.
Well, see, me in my head, I was like, he's probably tearing up because he knows he's doomed. That kid, like, it's almost like looking in a mirror, like you're gonna become.
see,
me.
you can look at it. You can look at it the wholesome way, though,
You're
of going.
next.
He's so happy that, like, because in the book they describe how the idea was Charlie would take it over when he became of age, and Wonka and him would help him and guide him through it. So you can look at it with like he's just so overjoyed that he's got another person to share the burden and the fun and all of this that he has to enjoy essentially by himself, because the Oompa Loompas really, they're not on that level. So he's got this giant candy factory.
retarded?
Well, I mean, they don't speak English. He communicates them with a goddamn whistle. You tell me. And that's so part. You could look at it as like he's so happy that like he's rejuvenated. He's gonna suck Charlie's soul out of his neck fat, and he's gonna rejuvenate himself.
Well, what you're describing sounds even weirder, because then like Chris Hansen's gonna walk
Yeah.
in and be like, "So what were you gonna do with
What did you mean by
What
you
were you
wanted
gonna
to?
do with
What did you want to do with a scrumdiddlyumptious? What exactly is a snozwanger?
Speaking of stuff like that, did anybody notice how Grandpa Joe went to town in the original fucking Willy Wonka? How he went to town on the fucking snozberry? Oh man, his tongue was fucking going.
It's awkward, yeah. If you ever know, yeah, it is true. Like when he's licking he went all
my
in.
God.
He's like whatever, and yeah, it's weird. Like it is a little weird because he's clearly like it's almost like somebody's like stick your tongue out further, and he's like that. Yeah, it is awkward. And then
When I
poor
saw
Gene
that-
Wilder's got like.
When I saw that last night, I was like, "Whoa!" I was like writing it down. I was like, "Look at this tongue."
He's like Grandpa Joe that don't taste like women in the war. Get off of it. Fuck. Grandpa
He's
Joe's
the
like I used to
snozberry
clean up
definitely
in my
tastes like
day.
snozberry.
Hey, he's like, you want to know what it used to taste like, Mister? He's like, stop it, please, Grandpa Joe, please, please. I know what you're gonna say.
Grandpa Joe's like, when I was your age, I used to eat ass all the time.
Right. I didn't worry about stuffing my ass with candy. I worried about stuffing someone else's ass. It's like, Jesus, Grandpa Joe.
I feel like there's so many lines they
grabbing my
left out
tongue.
of like racist stuff he would say as an old person.
Right. Well, he would walk in there and be like, "Oh, figures there's a fat kid, one of them Nazis, huh?" Like
That was from the second one, though. That was from the second one.
Mr. Wonky, you brought in a kraut, did you? What are you thinking? This fucker's gonna try to take over. What are you gonna try to take over Poland next, you little fat piece of shit? He pushes him in the
second
river.
One, Grandpa Joe's a weird old guy. He's got like a suitcase with BDSM
He's
in
too,
it.
but he's too
But
sweet in the remake.
The uncle in the second one was what he was just describing about the Germans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The uncle in
some fat guy.
the uncle in the second one doesn't give a shit about life. He's just ready to murder again. He's like, I'll make these fuckers work when the Nazis come back. One of the things about the original is why it's so confusing is the accents. They're ridiculous. Like, the teacher's British. It's filmed in Germany. The students have American accents. Like, what the Candyman's British, but the kids are not. Like, what the fuck is going on with the accents in that movie? They're literally like the director Mel Stewart's just like walking around like, maybe they casted all the kids and he's like, I said I wanted the main cast to be diverse. Why do I got fucking white kids that speak American in the British school? Like, no wonder the failure rate's so bad. They can't understand the Cockney fucking teacher. Who, by the way, what kind of math teacher can't fucking do 2%?
Yeah, I was like,
I can't do 2. What are you, stupid?
Stephanie pointed that out too. She's like, wait,
But that
you
was
can't
part.
do
That was part
two?
of the humor. That was part of the.
By the way, his percentages was dumb. Like, it's like 10% half over to 15%. And it's like, you're not showing math. You're just writing the fucking number.
Apparently he's speaking like Bernie Sanders, the top 10%
But
of the 12% of the
teeth,
1%.
holy shit! When I saw his stuff in the first movie, the teacher's teeth, I was like, oh Jesus!
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then he's just
was
doing
so rough.
chemicals.
Got
He's like,
the
this is my own special
teeth.
blend. And he takes a fucking swig off of it, like, and that it was just weird having the different like accents from the side, and then like when he's throwing the papers, and the woman like grabs the paper out of the thing and like like fuck you, like you could tell she's clearly a German woman.
It she was in her basket.
And she looks pissed too. She literally tosses it like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm picking cabbage, dick.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, she was just not having him delivering the newspaper inside her.
The knife guy standing in front of the fucking factory on the first
No
one.
one ever goes in. It's like, you need a knife, by the way? Need it sharpened? It's like... But then, like, there's scenes, like, which would have been really... upside down, or, like, he says some weird, like,
He
word.
was the trinket man or the some shit man.
The
I
fucking
can't remember what
local
he calls him.
murderer.
Yeah, I can't remember what they called him, but it was funny.
But then there's this scene after Charlie, in the original, Charlie finds the golden ticket, and he's Tom Cruise sprinting, and there's just a dude with like his, and I thought it would have been so funny if he just fucking checked the guy, like, yo, like Will Ferrell and Anchorman, just fucking decks the guy on the ground.
Didn't he check the old couple though?
No, he bumped into her though.
Oh, okay.
He like bumps
So
into her.
As he's running, he like fucking.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was watching the
remake.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and me and Shay were watching it while I was on my lunch break, and it was the scene where he finally goes out and gets the golden ticket, and the black store owner is like, "You found the golden ticket," and then someone tries to offer him $500.
The store owner does.
I
50
look
and then
at her.
500, yeah.
I look at her and I was like, in reality, they beat the fucking kid, steal the ticket.
Yeah, the store owner be like, "Come here, you little white motherfucker," and he beat the shit out of him. But the funny thing, like, there's also like this is a dark one, but room for deleted alternate takes where like Charlie's on his way home and dude with a knife comes at him. He's like, "Please don't take my golden ticket." He's like, "Golden ticket? I'm gonna fucking rape you." I don't need no golden ticket.
Oh wow.
But like, yeah, the whole shop owner. I like the shop owner in the original because he's like, "Come on, Charlie, come on," and he's got that old school '70s dialogue soundtrack. So he's like, "Run, Charlie, and don't stop until you get home." And like, there's a breakaway where the next scene that they didn't leave in the movie was like, "He lives in a piece of shit. You can steal that ticket, no problem. I'll give you his address."
Both of them know Charlie's name, So you got to think Charlie's that one kid who never has money and comes around and he's just
And
loitering.
watches,
He's
and he
just
watches
looking
other
at
kids
Fucking
everything.
Candyman is
chocolate.
chasing him
You're
away
like,
with a
watches
broom.
other
Get the
children
fuck
eat
out of my
fucking
cinema.
That
You gotta go.
that would explain why as soon as he starts eating the scrumdiddlyumptious, the Candyman's like, "Hey, asshole, money." Like, is Charlie the type of asshole that like stole chocolate from the guy at one point?
He dines and dashes.
Right,
the
like
time.
he took a 10-cent Wonka bar and the dude pulls out a knife when he comes in next time. You owe me money, motherfucker. Oh wait, but you were
no
singing
sense.
and you were happy before. Not today. 10 cents.
He was just handing candy to kids.
Literally throwing it on the floor
Yeah,
like
the first one. Yeah.
These have roofalin in them, children. I have a basement
and
to
then
this
he-
property.
And then he opens the door and lets them all come behind the counter.
Man, you should splice it. Well, no, it'd get cease and desist. But if we could do a YouTube video where he starts singing the Candyman song, but when he gets to the third time, you just splice Candyman in the background of the fucking
With the
shot.
hook.
Well, when I was watching the beginning of the movie, I was thinking it'd be really
All these
funny
bees.
if like you cut it together where he's like walking around the candy shop singing, and then it quick cuts to him opening the Texas Chainsaw door, and fucking he comes running out. Like I think it'd be fucking hilarious. Candyman makes everything shoo. Then you could show the kids running.
Your sound too. The
Yeah, you had to add
Oh,
that
God.
as the door opens, and then the chainsaw rip, and then you just show when they're fleeing the candy shop.
I like our movie better.
Did you guys notice in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where fucking Mike TV goes to run and he like fucking palms two fucking Oompa Loompas?
So
No.
out of the blue,
Palms them both.
so basically Mike TV from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a genius.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
a mathematical genius.
Yeah.
I have
That's
a
violence.
Who doesn't like candy?
I hate movies that have fake video games in them.
Yeah.
And when it's just like the only movie that's ever done a real video game that I can think of is Grandma's Boy, and that video game never even released. It got canceled. That Demonica was a real game, but like that, there are a lot of similarities, and you can tell they do try to pay homage to it. But there's just a lot. Like Tim Burton does have his own flair, and we talked about this before. That this is a Tim Burton movie that feels a lot like an Edward Scissorhands meets a Batman Returns, as opposed to the Alice in Wonderland movies, or even Sweeney Todd's a much different feeling movie. But you do get kind of a classic vintage Tim Burton, which is nice because it works.
I do like a Danny Elfman fucking score, but I don't know, man.
The songs, well, the 3 songs that were in there were fucking terrible, bro.
Yeah, but starting at the beginning, but just like you see all these movies and you hear it, this one sounded like it was Nightmare Before Christmas when it started.
It also had a very Men in Black vibe to the soundtrack too. At
Well,
points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lead singer of
which he
Oingo
does
Boingo
international.
wanted to try something different for this film. I think Danny Elfman's kind of overrated.
Don't you
I
talk
think-
shit about Oingo Boingo, motherfucker.
I think
I thought
his
you were saying
best
Danny
work.
Elfman.
His best work is the Tales from the Crypt theme, and that's it.
I mean, what else has he
Okay.
made? I know he's a big shot. I don't know like what he's actually
He's done a lot. He's done a fucking lot.
Yeah,
man.
every Tim Burton film.
Was
You
he
know,
the one
his
that
stuff
did he
is-
do the Nolan Batman movies?
I thought that was
gotta look
Hans
again,
Zimmer, but
It might
be
have
wrong.
been Zimmer. You might be right about that.
Yeah, it was George Zimmerman.
All I know is if they remake Willy Wonka again, let Trent Reznor do the score.
Well, so this prequel that's supposed to come out.
Garbage.
Do you think it's gonna be serious or like wacky?
It's gonna
or-
be garbage, mass appeal family movie shit.
Is it
Who owns
Disney?
the property? If it's Disney, you know it's gonna be shit.
I don't know.
Or no, it's
actually.
Warner Brothers. I think owns it. Don't they?
Oh, Warner Brothers. Yeah.
I don't think it'll be a musical like in the or have music in it.
I mean, here's the problem, and this is something I talk about a lot. They're gonna ruin it with political correctness. They're gonna ruin it with, it's got to be all women, and the only boy we're gonna let in there is gonna be an idiot. Like they're gonna go that route. They're gonna Ghostbusters it, and I don't want to see that. I don't have any interest in that.
I don't like. I mean, prequels are fine. I don't think this one's necessary though, because like the reason I love the first movie is, like I said, the mystery behind
Yeah.
Wonka and the mystery behind
Yeah.
the Oompa Loompas. If the second one would have just dabbled in one of those and left the other on its own, I think it would have been better.
I think if you were to move forward with a prequel, you could create a story focusing on basically a little bit of his early life and then him meeting the Oompa Loompas. And you could have a funny dynamic of like Gru and the Minions, where it's like the experiments that fail and the tests that go wrong, and you could do a movie basically about how he started the factory with, like, you could do a little bit of his early life up until the spies come and he closes the factory, and you show the 10 years of him developing the systems and training and working with, like, you can do something like that would, you could probably squeak out a serious emotional story along with, a kids movie.
Is this a prequel from Charlie or from Willie?
Well, they're the same
It's-
thing. It would be a prequel to that story.
Well, no, because
Charlie's Willie.
Charlie's Willie. See,
No,
so
it's
gonna be
no. So
Okay.
it's supposed to be in
From Gene
canon
Wilder?
with the first movie. Yeah.
okay.
So it's a prequel to the book, though, more than probably anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
But
see.
I honestly, I don't want a prequel to Gene Wilder's character. I like that he's just an angry piece of shit, and we know nothing about it.
What if they did it like the Joker? It's just hard rated R, where he's like a fucking heroin addict, and that'd be great.
You don't even know it's the Wonka movie to the
No.
end where he puts the
Yeah,
hat on.
the hat on, and like literally the movie ends where he's like, some of my dreams become my realities. Some of my realities become my dreams, and like then and then it's or it ends with him putting the golden tickets in,
Or him singing the song.
whistling as he walks away from people he murdered. It's not a bad tune. I wonder if the midgets will learn that. It's like, Jesus, Willy Wonka.
That reminds me, I did want to bring up how in the second one, Wonka's a piece of shit because he probably charges the Indian dude millions of dollars to build a chocolate
Yeah.
temple for him, knowing that it's
does,
gonna melt.
He does give him a heads up.
But he
start
does tell him
eating
it's gonna
pretty.
melt.
Start eating now.
Yeah, he does tell him.
What kind of moron
I
thinks the
found that
chocolate
very
would
funny.
melt?
As soon as it started melting, the drop, and then it starts hitting him, and then it looks like shit landing all over them.
And he's just like,
Yeah.
Also,
He tries to hire him again to fucking build another one.
He's Grandpa
the
Joey.
funny thing is, they probably would have died in all that melting chocolate.
Yeah.
They would have drowned in melted chocolate. Been fucking Pompeii V2. Instead of like molten lava, it's chocolate that hardens. But yeah, I mean, there's a Giovanni. I'm sorry, did you have something to say?
No.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of similarities, but the biggest differences are they're the ones that I think strike the nostalgia more than anything. Like, I like the Oompa Loompas. I like the music. I love Gene Wilder as Wonka. I watched this for the first time the Charlie for the first time in a long time. I liked it more than I thought I would. I liked it more than I remember liking it. But there's just scenes that don't stack up at all. The boat scene. It's got its own kind of flair in the remake, but it doesn't hold water to the original. It's just them moving fast through a CGI wonderland.
Getting around,
You
going
know,
in different
You can edit
directions.
the first movie in that it ends in the boat scene where he kind of just shuts the lights off and everyone dies.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
Stop the boat.
you could
Stop.
you could make a Lost scenario from the moment they enter the tunnel, they're all already dead. I mean, let's be real. There's so much shit that isn't spelled, and that's one of the things that makes the original so great is it isn't spelled out.
Yep.
You can make up any fiction, any lore, dark, kid friendly to these characters, to Willy Wonka himself. And in the remake, it's very much like, no, this is who he is. This is why he is who he is. You know, and
See,
it's
but that's, now that you say that, that's the beautiful thing about like the 80s and early 90s is a lot of kids movies weren't kids movies.
no.
They weren't.
Well, fuck, look at the original Ninja Turtles movie. That's not
Oh my
really
God.
a kids movie.
No, it's not.
I mean, they gang beat Raphael almost to death. They throw him through a fucking skylight.
No.
You know, like, that's not really, like, number 3 is a kids movie.
That's why, man, the magic age of cinema is dead.
Oh, it's been long dead. I had an argument with somebody today because of Facebook and how they're working with the government. And somebody's like, well, man, it's a private company. And it's like, yeah, so I quoted him. I said, the British is untaxing you fairly, huh? well, if you don't like it, leave. Because he told me that. He's like, it's a private company. If you don't like it, log out. I said, yeah, the British are unfairly taxing us. If we don't like it, leave. And I put it in quotes. It's the same fucking sentiment. Like, it's just it's just the idea of like, no. Let people run their mouths. Let people be creative. Because the problem is at a certain point, especially when you talk about the entertainment industry, because everybody's so worried about what toes they might step on, you're stifling creativity. At a certain point, you're hurting the industry. Heavily.
Well, that's why the indies movies are. The indies movies now are.
I thought
so
you said
much
Indian
better.
at first. I thought the Bollywood action movies were like he's like twirling a pickup truck on his finger type shit. I was like,
do you think eventually down the road, because trends, flop back and forth like a giant penis, that we'll flip back to like a decade or two of just like raunchy movies, like that wave will come back?
I mean, I think you're seeing it in certain sects of the industry. Like, I think in the horror movie genre, you're seeing probably some of the most violent, balls to the wall, doesn't matter, we're going to split a chick from the vagina up in half type shit.
Rather than...
in certain aspects, yes, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, there's going to be, like you said earlier, there's a pendulum. And to everything culture, there will be a counterculture. The problem right now is there hasn't been the pushback. You don't have enough people saying, "Fuck you."
Pendulum. He said penis. He didn't say pendulum. He said penis.
Hitting those thighs.
We don't have enough people saying like, "No, fuck you. Leave my cartoons alone." Like, leave them for what they were. Let your children watch them and tell them this is not proper. Like, how are we supposed to learn by the mistakes of the past if we not only ignore them but we wash them away? Doesn't make any sense.
You're not gonna have a Family Video or a Blockbuster anymore to get that shit.
No,
or go to a corner store. So you have to depend on fucking sites like Shudder or.
Well, see, but the problem with it is you can have any material that's out there at your hands. These kids have cell phones. So it's like on the whim, they can have whatever the fuck they want. And if they're smart kids, they learn where to find the illegal shit, and they download it like we did. And it's one of those things where it's that we are coddling people too much with the pushback of this needs to be this way and this needs to be this way. And it's like you're hurting creativity. By making Wonder Woman 2 or 3 or making this movie and you're only searching for female directors, you have now cut 75% of your talent pool. You're stifling what could be something amazing for an agenda. And it's happening all over the industry, and that's the big problem, where it's, this person may be best for the lead, but we only have 3 people of color in this, and the lead needs to be this, or the lead needs to be a lady, or the lead needs to be changed, and they're fucking with visions. And one of the biggest things I can think of is the movie like the newest Fantastic Four. Everything I've read about it, they talk about how the studio fucked that movie up. The actors, the directors, they all say, this isn't the movie we were making. This wasn't what we signed on for, what they released. So it needs to stop. The Kevin Feiges of the world need to fuck off.
If you guys haven't seen it, you should watch Fantastic, because you'll hate the movie because they ruined it. But at the same time, if you watch it, you're like, oh, this is a car crash. Like, you can see exactly what was fucked up in it. Yeah.
Another really good example is the new Superman.
I like Man of Steel.
No, not the new Superman. The reboot that they're planning.
Oh, with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Now, Superman. This is the problem I have with it. If you want to release something, where it spans culture, Clark Kent is not black. Don't make Clark Kent black. Create an original character. Put him out there.
Well, here's a good example.
They've had
Krypton.
multiple people come from Krypton that have landed on.
You have a multitude of other characters you can just bring in.
Here's a perfect
Really,
example.
Giovanni, when did you become a Nazi?
Miles Morales.
Yes.
Miles Morales.
Perfect.
Black, Puerto Rican, came from his own comic line, is now a standard character. When they started Miles Morales, they didn't make him a clone of Peter Parker. He was his own character. They built him up, and that's
figure out his powers. Yeah,
that's what I want to see in terms of creativity. Give me new stuff, build it from the ground up. don't try to slap some paint on something and say
And he was part
it's
of the
this thing
multiverse,
just
right?
with a different sheen. Yeah, like
He's still part
So
of it. They got a
he was
sequel coming out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. They introduced a brand new character, brand new culture, brand new ideas, and still kept the same traditional love of Spider-Man. There you go.
Giovanni's over here with like a Confederate flag. Superman ain't anything but white.
no,
If
here's
he
the-
ain't white, it
Giovanni's
ain't
all
lying.
Spider-Man.
the
Spider-Man's way.
Spider-Man IP is the perfect one because then you also have Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen. Like there's cool shit you can do, and I in movies I'm all for creativity, but like give me the new stuff. Like don't cover something in a coat of paint. Like give me someone else's vision of something fucking cool instead of making Batman look like this because it's a trend or whatever. Like there are, like Matt said, there are those directors, those people that have these cool visions that want to do this different shit, and they're shunned aside so we can make Batman blue and green and like so we can just do the same thing.
Aren't
over
they
and
going to
over.
make Batman? Aren't they going to make Batman glittery this round with
Because he's a
Pattinson?
vampire.
I'm excited.
The thing about it, well, that
I
movie,
am
yeah,
too.
but I've read that movie's getting pushed back by the studio.
Oh,
That they're not liking how dark he's gone. I mean, look at you've seen it out in the public.
What do they expect? Fucking Batman.
The Doctor Strange and the Multitude of Madness director left mid project.
Oh my god, yeah.
Edgar Wright left Ant-Man because Ant-Man 2 because they didn't want to go in the direction he wanted to go into. So it's like you've seen it happen where these directors are leaving these big fucking movies because it's like this isn't what I signed on for.
I think a good chunk of who to blame for that though is the MCU because a lot of studios want to have a shared universe where they have control over everything, and even though Marvel is awesome and they've done really good and that's their thing and that's what they're known for, the other companies are like, no, we want to control everything, every decision. So technically Marvel they've made themselves the bad guy.
Well, and they also do things like, if I want to enjoy the next Multitude of Madness movie, I gotta sit through a fucking season of WandaVision and a season of Loki. Because they've already just said that the end of Loki is a cliffhanger, and it leads directly into Doctor Strange, and Tom Hiddleston's going to be in the next Doctor Strange. So in order to understand...
He's also signed on for a second season.
Yeah, in order to understand what's really going on in the movie universe, I now got to watch 16 hours of television?
Well, they started that with fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but...
They started that before, and they were doing it where every time a movie would end, they were recapping the movie in the seasons.
Yeah, but now that they've canceled that show,
it.
It's out of the universe.
But they were practicing it as they were going along, so they found out that it was actually going to work. It worked for the TV show.
I don't like it.
But
and
that's
now
why
they're doing it with their own fucking series.
That's why
I still haven't watched WandaVision.
Me either. Or
I
Loki.
still haven't watched Loki. I probably won't, to be honest with you.
I liked WandaVision, and I'm digging Loki.
I have more interest in Loki than I do WandaVision.
It has nothing to do with the characters, because those characters are awesome. They were awesome in the movies. It's the concept of like, hey, you want to watch Spider-Man 42? You need to watch these other 15 movies and these 3 shows.
I'm tired of universes.
They're only 8 episodes though.
Fuck up. That's 8 hours of my day. That's 8 hours of my life that I have to dedicate just so I can go watch another 2.5 hours of my life gone.
That's why I'm burnt out on comic book movies, and that's why my hot take that everyone hates when I fucking say it is I like the Snyder Cut. I never need a fucking sequel. I don't need to know that I just want this one it's like a graphic novel. Just let me read it. I'm done. That's a story. I don't want to worry about 3 movies down what the fuck it's gonna be like.
Well, see, and that's why the Nolan Batmans are so good. They are complete movies.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, boom, you're done.
Yeah, it's just there's been a few of them like that. Like even Man of Steel, the first one was like that, where it was a complete movie. Like there was the trickles of like, okay, this may come into play, but he kills fucking Zod at the end of the thing. So like it's a complete movie, and they stopped doing that. Like you literally every fucking end of every Marvel movie is a cliffhanger or interlude to the next Marvel project, and it's enough. I don't give a shit about your universe. Make movies that entertain me or go fuck off.
The Nolan Batmans are a good example because you can watch 1, 2, or 3 and you don't have to watch. Like you can start with 3, and it's fine. You get
And,
the concept.
and
you get the
three's
story,
got
you
an
understand
ending
it.
to the character too.
Yep.
Like that's the thing is like none of these movies have any. And the only end they've had for any character is death. Tony's got to die. Black Widow's got to die. Green Bitch has got to die. The only ending they give to characters is death.
I do to play devil's advocate though. I do see why these shared universe things are so appealing, and to a younger me, they were. But I don't know if it's my taste in movies. You know, as I've gotten older, I don't want to say it's my attention span because that's a cop out. Like,
Well, no, but but it's also like saying you have to watch Smallville to understand Man
Yeah.
of Steel. It's ridiculous.
But like a single good piece of film, I'm okay with, and a TV show, a long-form TV show like The Sopranos, which is one of the best written fucking shows in existence, like that's digestible as it is. But I mean, how many fucking movies is the Marvel Cinematic Universe now?
24.
Is it that many?
With-
Jesus.
24.
Yeah, 24 with the last Spider-Man, I believe.
Can you imagine, like, you wake up, your dad wakes up from a coma, and he's a comic book fan, and he went into a coma with Iron Man 1. And you're like, Dad, we're going to watch some movies. And he's like, I love comic book movies. How many? And you're like, 24. And he's like, nope, I'm out.
By the end
I'll
of
eat
it,
your
he's like, "Go fuck yourself. I'm tired of this." Like he's like, "I'm gonna go outside and take a walk. I've been in a cage for years."
No, that was The Witcher.
My wife ran through all 24 of those movies, and by the end, she's like, I will never do that again.
I will watch
No,
select movies. I'm not going through all of them.
I understand the appeal and I understand why it sells. I just like I like the single vision. Give me one shot movies. Give me a one shot Avengers movie, a one shot this. Like I don't need them all connected.
Yeah.
On that note, let's take a quick.
So there was something I found out that was kind of cool and interesting to me was when Gene Wilder passed in 2016, Peter Ostrom.
Wait, he's dead?
Yeah.
Gene Wilder, yeah.
You didn't know Gene Wilder was dead?
Oh fuck.
Yeah, no, he died. It was sad.
I'm sorry
man.
to drop this bombshell on you, dude.
You just wrecked
Fuck,
Lewis's
that makes
entire
me really
fucking weekend,
sad.
bro.
I thought he was fucking alive.
He's gonna go cut himself like Charlie.
I believe he was going through some psychological thing. What's that word?
Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's. I believe he was going through Alzheimer's.
We know what the sad thing
That's
about
fucking sad.
Gene Wilder is he was always known as like, oh, he was heartbroken over Gilda Radner. And nobody talks about the fact that he's married to another woman for 25 years, and she was
Him and Gilda were together for like 5 years.
And she was his caretaker in the end and everything, and it's like, it's all about Gilda Radner, and it's like, he's been with her for 3 decades. Like, fuck Gilda Radner. No offense, but...
Dementia, though, that's sad.
Dementia,
Yeah.
okay. Not Alzheimer's.
That's a rough way.
So when he
We dealt
passed,
with
Peter
that.
Ostrom, he changed his fucking social media profile from former child actor, veterinarian, inherited a chocolate factory on August 29th, 2016, which was the day that Gene Wilder passed away. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool that even though that guy never acted ever again.
No, didn't he became a veterinarian?
Yeah, he became a veterinarian. He never acted again.
Nope.
And he still, the day that fucking Gene Wilder died, he said, I finally inherited fucking Charlie's factory. Or Wonka's factory.
I was very sad. when
Ruined
he
my
died.
night, man.
It-
I did not know he was dead.
The next one that's gonna really suck when they die is Schwarzenegger.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
yeah.
Gonna fucking hold a Viking vigil for him.
Yeah, Stephen King better never die.
Oh, shit. He's already there, man.
For me, it was Robin Williams, Gene Wilder, and Schwarzenegger's going to be a rough one.
Robin
That's gonna be a rough
Williams
one.
wasn't rough for me because it was like, well, all right. So I'll put it this way: if you talk
He was
to
just
like
genie in the fucking bottle.
if you watch some of his like the interviews with people who knew him, they basically describe that his brain was so scrambled that him killing himself could have been completely involuntary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it really becomes sad because, like, on the outset, it's like, oh, he's suicide. But was it suicide? Was he, was the brain playing tricks on him? It's really a sad setup how, like, you do have a comic and a performance genius. I think is no, there's no disagreement there. And, he ends up the way he did. That's where the sadness comes from, of where you kind of thinking, like, was he in control?
Yeah, he had some really fucking.
One of his
mental
buddies
problems
did a interview with Joe Rogan and said the same thing. It's like he didn't sound like himself.
Yeah, who was it?
Like there was something off.
It's
Bobcat
another
Goldthwait?
celebrity. Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait. He talked about how
Yeah,
he
they
was
were
really
buddies.
good. Yeah, and well, he said that it was hard because he would have a phone conversation with him, and it would be one conversation would be Robin, and the next conversation would be this other version of Robin that wasn't there, and it just wasn't Robin, and that's where he actually talks about that, where he kind of places the idea of like, it might not have been his shit was so messed up. Him doing it may not have been an intentional "I'm killing myself." It may just, it could have been something that his brain said do it, and he had no control. And that's the really sad fucking part about it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the life of a celebrity is fucking 50-50 when it comes to.
You see, it's hard for me as just like your average schlub to feel bad for people who've made millions. I've got my own anxieties, I've got my own depression, and I ain't got the money to help.
Let's say tomorrow you inherited $100 million.
I'd be a lot happier.
Okay, for how long? You know what I mean? You don't know. You don't know.
Oh, I do know.
You actually don't know.
Because the thing about it is my problems in life, for the most part, are money based. If I had $100 million, so if you're not a happy person, inheriting the money is not going to make you happy, unless you're like me, where if I inherited the money, it'd make me very happy. Like, can you imagine living through life never having to worry about money? Like, think of all the problems you have in life. How many of them would money in your current life, who you are with, what you have, what problems do you have that money wouldn't necessarily at least help or solve?
But the same things that affect you in your everyday life could still happen.
Oh,
would
yeah,
you still
and
would you still have the same Would you still have the same reaction?
I
don't think I'd change very much.
When
I probably would disappear. You wouldn't see me for.
When it comes to
I get you on that,
celebrity and having money and having access to what you want, the
The
way
drug.
these people turns out really depends on how many demons they have in their closet.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like if you have access to those vices and you're, I don't want to use the term, but like you're not as strong as you think you are, you end up with celebrities like
Bam
I'm trying to think.
Margera.
Yeah, like
Kurt
Bam.
Cobain's and,
What, Brittany Murphy? Didn't she die of an
No,
overdose?
she died
Yeah,
of no. She died of a heart defect.
Oh, heart defect.
Oh.
But her husband died of a heart thing mysteriously like a year later. It's a
Anna
weird-
Nicole Smith.
and Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
I mean,
for
River
every
Phoenix,
celebrity
Heath
like that,
Ledger.
you see like fucking like Elijah Wood,
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin. Like,
I don't like this guy, but Will Wheaton, he
Fuck
actually had a
Will
really
Wheaton.
shitty. I know. I don't like his. I don't like his
I hope he
stance. I
falls
don't
into
like
a
his.
fucking meat grinder.
But his
Ruined the board game community, so I don't like him.
But his upbringing as a child about his parents abusing him as a fucking cash cow. And now he's actually done something for himself. I can see the positive he did out of it. But I don't like him pushing his agenda on everybody. Fucking, I don't like that.
I mean, I'm not trying to negate that people have struggles and just because you have money, your life is easy. All I'm saying is from somebody who's never had what I would consider money, it would solve a hell of a lot of my fucking problems.
just picture Mr. Crab. I like money.
Like I would, like, literally, I wouldn't bother people. Like, and that's the whole thing is if I had the type of money where it was like
Please put
never
crab hands on
never
me.
had to worry about it again, I wouldn't bitch about things. It wouldn't matter. Like, yeah, we got hit. We got into an accident. And it doesn't matter what the copay is. I could pay it. It's like
So did you hear Matt won $1 million? Oh yeah, really? What did he do? Did he buy a nice house? Oh, I don't know. He bounced. I haven't seen him in a week.
Yeah.
Like,
he literally deactivated his Facebook. I don't know if he's still alive or.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this? I told my wife, I said, hey, if we ever win an obscene amount of money, I would deactivate my accounts, and then you and I and the girls would fucking and my father and your mom would find a fucking place out in the fucking woods somewhere where we have our own fucking farm and everything. And we live
somewhere
there.
where a bunch of cousins don't come around and be like, "Hey, Alex, you won a bunch of money, right?"
But
Uh-oh.
I will say this. I will take care of my immediate family with their children, but not them, not the adults, but the children. Yes.
I've already
So
talked
Rory
about.
would
sorry.
have his college paid for.
So,
I've already
Shit,
talked
I
about
won.
my compound plan on this show. in detail. Okay, we all know if I get an obscene amount of money, why Matt has disappeared. He's busy building the compound. He's in the city 2 days out of the week.
He's Alex Jones.
You know, I'm literally
creating the
I'm building a studio to come back with the Nerditude brand bigger than ever. You all are getting relocated. You're getting you're not working anymore. You're getting paid a salary to be part of the Nerditude crew. You're all relocating to the compound in your beautiful country homes that will custom build you. I'm talking everything from underground tunnel access to different facilities. Like, you don't have to leave the compound. We a mile stretch to the waterway to get out of the area by boat.
Ants in their hills and shit.
I'll nuke the
like
fucking
ants.
dirt. I ain't dealing with ants.
No,
I said, would it be like ants when they have their little fucking?
Basically, we'd have a colony.
The creatures in the movie, the horror movie, The Descent, where they were miners that have been underground for so long they become goblins. That's gonna be us in like 20 years.
Like literally, like you open the door from
goblin
the
show with our weird fucking claw hands.
Like, we can't touch sunlight, otherwise it instant burns.
No, I've told Shay I don't want to be rich, but I want to make enough money to terrorize her mother. Like, I want her to come home, and I've paid a crew to mount all of her furniture on the ceiling. So it's like some weird upside, just stupid shit like that.
You want a Bam Margera?
I'm gonna put an alligator in her kitchen.
You can go on Amazon and get a Puerto Rican flag jumpsuit for like $40, and I'm sure it'll do close to the same.
No, I mean like ask her like her dream car and just pay like a crew to build it out of Legos, but it's a running car. Just like the most annoying stuff, but still help her out.
I would, if I had the money, I'd do what Alex would do. I would take care of our immediate family and then send pictures of us enjoying our money to all the people Alex knows I don't like in our family.
I mean, but think of what you
Why'd
can
you say Alex knows?
Think of what you can do with like unlimited resources. Like, you can literally dedicate an entire room into your home for your race car simulator. Like, just think of the possible. Like, you have an entire room and it's a super PC attached to one of the cool chairs with full mounting, 350-inch fucking TVs there. Like,
saltwater cooling tanks.
Oh, everything. Literally, the whole room would be kept freezer cool because man ain't gonna want to sweat when he's playing F1.
I want to help people out, but still be annoying. Like, you roll up to like a corner and there's like a guy begging for change, and you pull out like a potato launcher and shoot like maybe $100 in quarters at him.
Just a wad of cash from your pocket.
You're
really?
still helping
$100
him.
in quarters?
Yeah.
Blow his fucking head off.
Are you shooting at the fucking floor first, or are you shooting it
Look,
up?
not only that, but Lewis is like... Lewis
Lewis
doesn't even have a modern gun. He's loading a fucking musket that you can just shove anything into. Like, it's gonna come out red hot.
It's a blunderbuss.
Yeah, Lewis is like
Are you gonna
dumping.
give the guy fucking medical fucking care?
He's dumping fucking quarters and jewelry and shit into it. He's like, it's gonna hurt, but it's all yours, buddy. Here's a gold nugget or two.
Do you have a spare?
Yeah, like the only thing that, like, literally, it's just gonna be coins and teeth stuck in the tree.
For some shits and giggles, gonna throw some die 20s in there. They're just a fucking.
Try not to spend it all at once.
Gonna get fucking impaled by dice.
All right, you guys ready to give the hot dogs?
We should probably, yeah.
Little Monopoly characters. Fucking dog is stuck in your face. All right.
I like the race car.
Lewis, you go first.
We're doing out of 5.
Yes, and then give your.
2?
Yeah. I mean, are we doing any sort of special review for comparison, or is it just which one you like more?
We didn't really decide that, but I think we should review both.
Both, and then just
both.
Which one you like more.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be apparent when you rate them.
So obviously the first movie is a 5 out of 5 for me. This Charlie and Chocolate Factory is up there for me. It's probably a 4 out of 5. I love them both. I love the first one more. This is the horror fan in me because it's a darker fucking film.
Check out the recut trailer on the channel.
The second or the first one?
The first one.
Okay, yeah.
And I had always leaned on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory being a darker film, but the first one is by far darker, and I think a lot of it has to do
because of Gene Wilder.
No, the mystery.
yeah, the mystery of not knowing so much about the Oompa Loompas and not knowing about Gene
You
Wilder.
just assume the kids are fucking dead.
And the more we talk about it now,
Yeah.
like you forget that it's a
PG.
70s movie.
71.
70 and PG
Yeah.
and PG.
I mean, it fits PG. It's just 70s PG is weird because, like, a 70s
it's-
PG, you can go really dark, but if it didn't have tits,
Yeah.
violence, or language, still PG.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, like we said, 70s, 80s, and even some early 90s movies, kids' movies were not kids' movies. And I remember even watching the first one, you know, as I was young, being like, this movie is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good, it's very colorful, it's got songs, but the main dude is a fucking sociopath.
There's a darkness that Willy Wonka brings to it. There's a certain, and it's because you don't know. You just don't know why he's tortured.
From the first song he sings to the way the movie ends, it's like it's just it's personality.
Well, I mean, not only that, but from the very
Holy
beginning,
shit.
he's trolling people
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
with his whole cane fall.
Yeah, and oh yeah, that even
From the very
that's
beginning,
another thing
he's
I was gonna-
fucking with people. He's just a giant troll.
That was
I
that was
didn't-
something that Gene Wilder asked about. He said, I want this cane scene," and he said, and he said that I want to do this fall into a role. And he said, "Why?" He goes, "Because nobody's gonna believe anything I say to them after this." And they said, "You really want that?" And he said, "Yes." They said, "Okay."
I can picture showing my son this movie when he's old enough to kind of comprehend a movie and its meaning, and his reaction will probably be like, "That guy's a piece of shit."
Alex, did you watch it with Rose?
No, I tried to get her to watch it, and she was, yeah.
She liked the
she's at that
trailer
age right
more.
now. Yeah, she liked the trailer you cut better than
Now,
us.
I do want to knock the sequel for one thing. Like, you changed the Oompa Loompas, okay, I'll give you that. You went CGI, fine, your early 2000s. Why could you not just give Johnny Depp the orange hat?
I hated his hair too. His
Just
hair
get-
was.
just-
I didn't like. I didn't like the bowl
he
haircut.
literally had a Prince Farquaad haircut.
And
He-
they even
he did.
made reference to it too.
But they could have just gave him the orange hat, and I would have been like, okay,
Yeah, but you gotta have Tim Burton's color palette.
yeah. But anyways,
Alright.
yeah. So 5 out of 5 and 4 out of 5.
Giovanni?
So a lot of the same. First movie I grew up with. Love the musical. Love Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka compared to Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka. I don't like that the second movie explained more, less of a mystery. First movie, you're allowed to play with freedoms on what happened to a lot of characters, how the movie ended. For me, the first one's a 5 out of 5. Yeah, it's hands down one of my faves. And I was gonna rate the second one like a 3.5 out of 5, but like Matt, after watching it, there are parts I do enjoy about it. You know, it for what it is, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
just
terrible.
I think because we saw the first Willy Wonka, and there's so many parts in that movie and so many
The nostalgia
characters in
factor.
that movie, yeah, that the second one they did a good job at paying respects, but they changed the hardcore nostalgia where it flipped the movie too far for me.
There was too many elements that weren't right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second one would be like a 4 out of 5 as well for me for what it is, but definitely 5 out of 5 for the first one.
Alejandro.
All right, for me, Wonka, Willy Wonka is a 5 out of 5. I love Gene Wilder. Like I said, I love the fucking
I
opening
did
fucking
too,
song.
and then you told me he's fucking dead and my night's ruined.
You should have already. If you were a fan, you would have already known it. You poser.
Like, I'm not joking. I'm kind of bummed out.
That was 2016, man.
Lewis
Come
is
on.
Lewis is only 5 years fucking late.
5 years. Well, we did have a big year that year.
We should have started the podcast back then. You'd have known he's dead.
No, but Gene Wilder's performance with Pure Imagination, that song to this day, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I will listen to it even in my own car as I'm driving by myself if it ever comes on.
When he's trying to
I
when he's
running
trying
over people
when he's
on the
trying to.
sidewalk.
I was gonna say when he's trying to lure in children. Your imagination.
It is with my windows up and my fucking air conditioner on. But No, but I love that song, and I love the way he acts in that fucking thing, and it sets the scene for the movie of how he's gonna be towards everybody. He's gonna be he really cares, but he doesn't. It's one of those weird things where the balance of his character is like
Well, it's almost like he's
uh,
prejudged everybody and knows who he doesn't like. Like
Right.
he's me
Because-
when I'm in any
because-
social gathering where I'm
because
like,
every
nah,
time-
fuck you, maybe, fuck you.
yeah, because every time he snaps the fucking cane, it's on the right side of Veruca Salt and fucking
Yeah.
Violet.
He doesn't fuck with
And
Charlie
then,
at all.
and then and he
Nope.
doesn't fuck with Charlie, but he plucks the hair from
Mike TV.
Spike TV, and then fucking Fat Boy. He doesn't really fuck with him because he knows he's the first one to go.
Well,
So-
he's already pissed off that his chocolate's ruined. Like in that scene, it's almost like he's just thinking of like, fucking, I gotta destroy this entire batch. This fat little fucking German piece of shit ruined my entire fucking batch. This is 3,000 gallons of chocolate. You piece of shit.
We have to cleanse.
Like the Oompa Loompas are like, we're gonna go out for a smoke. We got a long journey ahead of us. Like, we'll be right back. Let's give us.
Can we send third shift in already?
Right. Like, I'm only here for. And Wonka's just like, listen, motherfucker, you want to go back to the Snoz Wranglers? Don't fuck with me.
Were the Oompa Loompas all men?
No,
No,
not in the original. No.
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 You actually saw females in there too.
Oh, that's awesome.
So for that one, that's one of the reasons why I really loved the Willy Wonka thing was how Gene Wilder fucking portrayed his character going through. Charlie, I did like it, but I also realized why I only watched this movie like twice. I
Nothing
didn't
to
like
beat
it.
off to.
I know I didn't like it. I liked it, but I didn't like it. So I'm gonna go 2.5 for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I the Wonka character was not the main character for me, but I just didn't like how Johnny Depp's character, how he portrayed it. There were certain things like you were mentioning about that made you laugh, which it made me laugh too, but I didn't like the fact that they were making him seem to be such a dumb person.
Do
Which
you
I
think,
guess
Do you think you would have liked the sequel better if by the end of the movie you find I'm kind of like this idea. By the end of the movie, you find out that it's not Willy Wonka, that's actually Charlie Bucket, and that the other kid's name is also Charlie.
Oh, that
holy
would've been
shit,
cool.
that would have been different, yeah. Because then that
would've
would have
been
made
cool.
sense about the social awkwardness.
Yeah.
That would have made so much sense.
Like he leans
Yeah,
over
but
and tells him like, "My name's Charlie
It
too."
wouldn't have made sense though, because Charlie loved his family, and this one he has no family.
Yeah.
They would have.
Well, no,
They would've-
he can't say
kinda
the
made
words
sense,
parents.
like
But
it-
because
if they all died and he had none
also
of them left.
also because they weren't all very good to him. Like I said about his mom in the first one, she was always saying like no, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win it. You're not gonna get it. Don't fill his head. Like,
Well, yeah, I
didn't
mean, she didn't throw doubt on Charlie. She just told him not to inflate his head, so he doesn't get his hopes up, because she knows that she can't afford fucking chocolate.
I know, but that is what he really wanted.
So
I think if
Yeah, I
in
it's
know,
called the
know.
real world, little bitch.
if in the second one you took out all the parts about his father
Yeah,
and no flashbacks, let him still have a problem
exactly.
saying
Yep.
parents, and then at the end he would have said I'm Charlie, I would be like, oh shit, like that makes sense.
Yeah,
And it would have made sense for the fucking title, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Son of a bitch, rewrite it. Go back, go.
it would just be hard working it, because you would literally have Charlie subjecting a whole new class of kids to the same shit he had to go through.
Well,
And
that makes sense
That's
too.
what I'm saying. It's
He
a
grew
circle.
up with the first Willy Wonka, who wasn't all there.
Like Anthony said, the snake eating the fucking tail.
You know what I mean? So he probably taught him some shit that, like, well, we're gonna do it
Now,
this
It's
way.
a circle. It's a
No, he's not the
circle.
square.
He's literally got Willy Wonka's mummified, like the original Willy Wonka's mummified corpse in his room in the fucking
Only
factory.
only
He goes
half
to
of
the
it.
room and he's
Only
like, "Do you
half
love
of
me
it.
now, Daddy?"
It's only half of it because he buried the other half and he put the other half.
All right,
in his room.
they should do a sequel like they did the Shining sequel. That's all I'm gonna say. Let it be a dark, rated R horror movie where it's the abandoned factory. Oompa Loompas are turned into the things from The Descent. We can go anywhere with it.
Grandpa Joe's a cyborg.
Fucking right, and like, you stole fizzy lifting drink, Charlie.
Is Batista gonna be in it though?
He'll be an Oompa Loompa on steroids.
No, he's not allowed in any of my movies. 15 million! 15 million! Fuck off. Alright, so I gotta give mine. Easy 5 for the original. I'm gonna give the remake a 3, but that's high, because I initially went into this thinking I'd give it like a 1, because before rewatching it, I'm totally against it. I was just like, the movie's got one part where I laugh, fuck that movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, there was several scenes where I laughed. I actually do like Johnny Depp's performance. It's just, I'm not a big fan of, like, especially when you compare it to the original, you have a full-grown adult who's just kind of dealing with this shit. And in the remake, you have kind of a man-child, almost Michael Jackson-esque at points, to where and the problem is it doesn't make me feel like he's more innocent than the original. It just makes me feel like he's weirder. There's some scenes where you just kind of like, is he on the spectrum? Like, what are they going for with this character? Because it's not really a zany, goofy character. It's more of a mentally troubled character that doesn't know how to fucking talk to anybody, can't even say the words parents because he's traumatized. Like, it's a weird take on the character, which I don't think is his fault. I think as much as I do like some of Tim Burton's work, there's too much of him in this movie. And he's another one, get your wife out of every fucking movie you make. But I'd say 3. I'll watch it again. It's one of those, it won't be another 5 or whatever years it's been since I watched it. Like, I dug it a lot more than I thought. So easy 5 for the original, one of my favorites. You fight me outside the back of the Wendy's if you disagree. We get some burgers and then punch each other. And number 3 is or a 3 out of 5 I think is fair. I think Alex, I was thinking 2.5, but I can't say I disliked it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't dislike it. It's just not my Willy Wonka.
I tell you, this is the one movie I never purchased though.
I bought it in a dual pack, and then I had to fight Apple to get my 4K version of this movie, because I own Willy Wonka and they upconvert them to 4K, and it didn't upconvert, and I was like, oh man, and we were gonna review it. I was like, so I'll buy it, and then Jenna was like, you shouldn't have had to buy it again. So we ended up messaging back and forth, and at one point they refunded me the $10 and removed it from my library completely. Then it showed up 2 copies, an HD copy and a 4K copy. Then the 4K copy disappeared, and all I had was the HD copy again. So I had taken photos of the screens where I had literally a 4K copy and an HD copy in my library and everything. And I sent it to him, and I was like, I bought this movie twice when I shouldn't have had to. Give me the 4K version, not the HD. And it was like 2 weeks of dealing with this shit. And I finally got it figured out like early this week.
What about Airheads?
It's not on there yet. There's still not a fuck Apple with Airheads. Fuck everybody with Airheads.
Did you complain about that one?
No, because all they're going to tell me is they don't have the licensing for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big old fuck you. It's like, hey, we're Apple. You don't like it? Don't buy our product. It's like, all right, well, fuck you too. I'm going to take a shit on my Apple TV.
Every time you leave, we get another person that fills your spot. Yeah.
Some hipster will go fight capitalism by having their daddy buy a $1,300 MacBook for them. They don't need me. I bought the Apple TV and I got an iPhone. I'm not their ideal customer. I'm not a Starbucks sit in the fucking place and tippity type on my stupid laptop bullshit nobody will ever read.
He is telling them how to make your drink and making sure they fucking understand how to do it.
You know what, man?
You love the guys across the street from my house.
People fucking, like, when you go to Starbucks, I hate when they chastise you. Like, somebody literally told me, she goes, next time you order it, you should say it like this, this, and this, and then they'll understand it better. And I literally told her, I was like, I'm pretty sure my instructions were clear. And she's like, excuse me? And I'm like,
sorry I didn't say tall first or soy first.
It's like, how about when I'm giving you my order, you don't fucking interrupt me? Don't interrupt me. Lemonade or water? Bitch, I will tell you. Don't interrupt me. Anyways. I'm all set. Anybody have any final thoughts? Anything they want to say?
No.
Everybody have a great night. We will be back next week with the 3 of us with, I don't know, or Giovanni, Alex, and I. I don't know what the fuck we're going to review, to be honest with you. And then the next week after that is the live episode. We haven't done one in a couple months. It'll be fun. We've got Dark City and
City.
The Cube on that episode, so it should be a nice trippy episode. I'll sign off. Everybody have a wonderful night.
See you later.
Goodbye.